Como la luna, la brisa y la espuma, también te besé. La noche azul, noche tropical.
Cabo San Lucas, a tourist paradise in Mexico's Baja California. Visitors come here from around the world to enjoy the beautiful beaches of the Pacific Ocean. But this visitor is not here for fun in the sun. Today, law student Pierre Basmagi is driving through the city and then out of it. He's one of 6 American visitors here to learn about the Oliver Ridley sea turtles, an endangered species since the 70s. Just 15 minutes outside of the city now, Pierre heads down a dirt road leading to Asutmatoma, the Association for the Protection of the Environment and the Marine Turtle in southern Baja. Situated on 3 miles of pristine shoreline, this non-profit center has a mission to protect the region's endangered sea turtles. 2 biologists live in this facility for months at a time and protect the turtles that nest here by monitoring the Mexican coastline 24 hours a day. Keeping the staff company is a dog, Tisha, 2 cats, Cato and Cata, and a turtle, Poquito, literally little one in Spanish. For hundreds of years, ever since people lived along this ocean shore, Oliver Ridley turtles and their eggs have been harvested for consumption. About 10 million Oliver Ridleys used to nest on Mexican beaches alone. Research shows there may be more Oliver Ridleys than any other species of sea turtle, but they have been, and remain, the most exploited. Mexican authorities outlawed harvesting the eggs back in 1927 and set up a legal season for killing the turtles 2 years later. Everything changed in 1959. Demand from countries like Italy and Japan for turtle meat and leather quickly made Mexico the largest turtle fishery in the world. The frenzy in the 60s and 70s decimated the turtle population. The organization Save the Turtles estimates 50% of all Oliver Ridleys alive at the time were killed.
They were exploiting thousands a day, they were killing thousands of turtles a day just for the fins, because there was demand for fins, or the liver, because it was demand of liver. And carcasses of thousands of turtles just lay there rotting. So it was an overexploitation of that resource, and ended up like many other resources that we have. The humans have taken over and overexploited the resources, and to the point of almost extinct.
During this period, fishing cooperatives were responsible for developing and enforcing regulations. They proved unsuccessful. Fishermen harvested over 1 million Oliver Ridleys in 1968 alone. In 1978, the United States listed the Oliver Ridley sea turtles nesting in Mexico as endangered under the Endangered Species Act. Everywhere else, they're considered threatened. Finally, in 1986, Mexican authorities stepped in themselves and set up 17 reserves to protect the turtles. They eventually posted military guards on the beaches. 4 years later, the government completely banned the harvest of sea turtles or their eggs under federal law.
La importancia es el conservar la especie. Estas tortugas están en peligro de extinción, están a punto de desaparecer. México es importante por lo que contiene como país en cuanto a diversidad. Y bueno, en esta pequeña parte que nosotros podemos contribuir en la protección y conservación de las tortugas marinas, está el hecho de poder aportar nuestra poca de ayuda en la conservación. O sea, al ver desaparecer una especie, yo creo que es catastrófico para todo el mundo en general.
Today, killing or capturing an Oliver Ridley turtle could mean 9 years in jail, but that hasn't stopped the poaching. That's why these American volunteers have come to Mexico, to try to keep at least some eggs and turtles safe. Outside of Supmatoma's shoreside headquarters, the volunteers quickly set up camp. After settling in, the team waits for the sun to set. Because the action is at night, when the marine reptiles from the sea come to lay their eggs and leave behind another generation. It's 3 a.m. and time at last to get to work. The volunteers stumble out of their tents and prepare for the night ahead. They'll be getting around tonight on the back of these ATVs, with the association staff driving. Finally ready, they hop on and drive away into the darkness. From now until morning, they drive along 2 beaches, Cristoban and El Suspiro, about 12 miles of shoreline. In a given night of 5 to 7 hours, the team will travel about 30 miles. What they're looking for are distinctive tracks in the sand, coming up from the ocean.
Y el trabajo es proteger y conservar las tortugas marinas que están en peligro de extinción. Entonces, lo que consiste en nuestro trabajo básicamente es salir a recorrer todas las noches la playa en busca de las nidadas, de los huevos.
Gomez has worked with turtles for nearly 15 years.
A mí me encanta mi trabajo. Es algo muy bello para mí y me gustó, y qué bueno que pude hacer lo que yo quise. Cuando estaba pequeña, a mí me gustó siempre el mar. Con mis abuelos iba a una playa y me encantaba el mar. Siempre tenía la ilusión de hacer algún estudio en el mar.
Gomez is not the only one who enjoys spending time on the shore.
It was exhilarating to be riding around in the middle of the night. When you're in law school, you know, you're dealing with books and it's really dry, and so, you know, it's good to get out and realize what you're working for.
At last, the biologists spot some tracks. They follow them up the beach, and they're in luck, and Olive Ridley is laying her eggs. Named for the olive color of its heart-shaped shell, the Olive Ridley sea turtle is a saltwater reptile that weighs about 100 pounds and is just about 2 to 3 feet long, making it the smallest species of sea turtle. But its population is the largest in the world, with more than 1 million females nesting each year in about 40 different countries. And in each of these countries, the Olive Ridley sea turtle is known by a different name. Cofina, Paslama, Lora, Batali, Teracay, Warana, Gardegachao, Zatoni Kuchwa, Penyu Abu Abu, and its scientific name, Lepidochelys olivicea. No matter what you call them, Hannah Gibson is glad to help save these turtles. Like most of the other volunteers, he studies law at the University of San Diego School of Law.
I love all animals, but I've developed a special affinity for the creatures that move especially slowly, because those are the ones that are most susceptible to damage by humans. They can't get away fast enough, and my heart goes out to them.
It's August, the month when most of the turtles nest here. A female Oliver Ridley nests 2 to 3 times every year, typically between June and December. Many turtles return to lay eggs at the exact beach where they were born. When the turtles make it ashore, they dig holes about 2 feet deep with their fins. And then they leave behind the next generation, normally about 100 eggs the size of golf balls. They cover the nest back up with sand. Their offspring will hatch about 55 days from now. From the time they get on shore, it takes several hours before the turtles head back out to sea.
It's been really interesting. I didn't realize, one, you could get so close up to the animals. And I mean, I've seen a lot of nature shows, and it's kind of crazy because it really is like being in a nature show. Because you're able to go right up to the animals, and basically everything you would see on the video you're doing, and it's kind of odd.
On this beach, only about 120 turtles nest each year. The United States Humane Society reports more than 1 million nests were laid on one Mexican beach in a matter of a few days. What causes the turtles to come on shore in such large numbers is unclear. Scientists guess it could have to do with the winds, lunar cycles, maybe even the turtles' release of pheromones. The Oliver Ridleys are the only turtles that nest en masse, perhaps for safety in numbers against predators. The deadliest predator, man.
Yo no tengo la necesidad de consumir un huevo de tortuga porque tengo un trabajo, pero mucha de esa gente es probablemente lo único que coman, huevo de tortuga o carne de tortuga, y no tienen otros ingresos u otros recursos para alimentarse o de dónde tener ingresos. Es muy difícil uno como biólogo o como conservacionistas llegar y decirle a la gente: no comas, no mates, no esto, no aquello, porque están desapareciendo.
But not all poaching is done for survival. Gamas said even local civic and government leaders still keep eating turtle eggs and meat for parties.
We do have a problem in Mexico. There is an old fallacy that the turtle eggs are you improve your sexual life and all kinds of things, witch tales that make black market for the eggs.
So poachers come to beaches like these late at night to find eggs and then sell them on the black market. Some reports document 100% of all eggs from some nesting sites have been taken, and the practice still continues. That's why the volunteers collect the turtle eggs to take them somewhere safe. On the first night out, they found about 10 nests and 5 turtles. This wasn't the first time for some volunteers to have seen sea turtles. While snorkeling in Hawaii, Mike Hemker saw a few underwater and wanted to see them laying their eggs.
It feels pretty cool to know that, I'm possibly helping another generation of sea turtles to survive, just protecting them. It feels really nice to be able to help them out and do that kind of work. Knowing that, if we didn't do it, the sea turtles probably wouldn't survive.
After the group finishes collecting all the eggs for the night, they put them on the ATVs and head toward the egg sanctuary. In this little bit of sand, more than 8,000 little turtles are growing inside their eggs. By the end of the season, the staff will have brought a total of about 20,000 eggs here. First, the team clears out some sand. Then, using split coconut shells, they dig holes several feet deep, about the same depth that the mother turtles dig. Finally, they carefully place the eggs back underground, making sure to note exactly how many and exactly where they've been buried.
I felt like every little egg was more precious than gold. I felt like we were so blessed to have the opportunity to see these turtles, and maybe we'll be the last generation. We still don't know that, so I appreciate it so much. The way that somebody appreciates when they know they're drinking their last cup of water before they go into the desert. You know, you never know what's gonna happen. I might be the last in my generation to see them.
Gibson said she helped organize this trip to give law students a chance to interact with animals.
To be able to look them in the eye, you understand them better when you look them in the eye. You understand why each one matters when you look them in the eye, and you can never forget that image. And for too many of us, especially lawyers, we get so busy, we get so caught up in our own lives and our work. We get so caught up that I think it's so easy to forget sometimes the world outside of ourselves. And it was so important to me that the students had the opportunity to step outside of that little world.
A former animal cruelty investigator, Gibson wants stronger animal protection laws and more enforcement.
We have laws, it's illegal to poach, but there's not enough enforcement here, there's not enough enforcement in the United States, and there's certainly not enough enforcement worldwide.
U.S. regulatory agencies found that support by locals is critical to the survival of the turtles.
In Mexico, the culture of taking care of the environment has not existed. We need to educate the people into taking care of it. We're trying to reach the fishermen to make them aware that a live turtle is worth a lot more money for them as ecotourism, for example, than eating it.
A longtime environmental activist, Pinot founded Asut Matoma nearly 20 years ago. The organization's educational program has taught more than 2,000 children, students, volunteers, and tourists about the environment by involving them in the process of the sea turtle nesting and birth.
Y ellos se van muy felices cuando liberan tortuguitas y le ponen un nombre a la tortuga y le dicen adiós, le desean suerte, le dan un beso. Eso es una gran satisfacción para nosotros. El liberar tortuguitas es como si fuese el fruto de todo nuestro esfuerzo de noche tras noche, de encontrar los huevos, protegerlos, traerlos aquí a sembrar.
Unfortunately, a booming population in beach communities, increased pollution, and construction are putting the turtles at even more risk.
El problema es fuerte cuando las poblaciones empiezan a crecer y a desplazar a lugares naturales que antes el hombre no había pisado tan seguido, pues se empiezan a dar estos problemas.
Out on the beaches, the group follows some more turtle tracks, but suddenly the tracks stop. And the volunteers find footprints. Off in the distance, they see car lights.
I wanted nothing more than to follow those poachers the other night. I would have kept going. They turned around because they said it was too dangerous, but you know, she was out there somewhere.
A licensed biologist, Tapia, has only seen 4 nests of eggs stolen and 1 other turtle. She says that's a lot.
Es triste, es muy triste saber que se llevaron no solo los huevos, sino que se empiezan a llevar a las tortugas.
Asut Matoma's founder says turtles need to be better protected under the law.
Environmental international law has to be stronger. We need to take care of the planet, and the resources don't belong to any such country. It belongs to the common population of the earth. These animals are the best example. They travel all over the world. So they are not Mexican. I mean, they may be born here, but they travel all over the world.
Si no hacemos este esfuerzo y no tratamos de conservar y de proteger, pues nosotros mismos vamos a desaparecer. Como científico, pues tratas de que eso no suceda, ¿no? Y tratar de comunicar esto al resto de la comunidad, al resto de la humanidad, para que vean la importancia que es una especie, por muy pequeña que sea, y no ver la desaparición de esta.
These volunteers can soon do their part by protecting the world's environment through law.
The reason I came to law school was to work for animals, with animals, on behalf of animals, representing animals. And there was absolutely no other reason for me to be in law school, truthfully. I've always loved animals, but I guess I don't want that to be the stereotype that I'm just a big tree hugger and that's why I'm doing this. It's not because I love animals so much that I can't possibly do anything else. But more than anything, it's the injustice that makes me furious, that drives me, that keeps me going.
25-year-old Hemker graduated law school just a few months ago. He took the bar exam in California and is waiting on the results. He says he's always wanted to defend animals.
There's no one really to speak for them, and I've just always been amazed by what animals can do.
The student group didn't show up empty-handed. Before they arrived in Mexico, they raised money for this non-profit organization.
Renee?
Yes.
Thank you very much for helping the turtles and thank you for helping our world.
Thank you. Thank you for the support and help that you're contributing to Asut Matoma.
We raised the funding because it said that on your website that you needed $2,000 for an ATV, so that was our target. We raised the $2,000, but we want you to use it for whatever equipment or whatever you need.
During their time here, the group brought back nearly 2,000 sea turtle eggs in more than 18 batches. The last few nights, unfortunately, they didn't find any turtles. But that didn't take away from the volunteers' experience.
The experience as a whole has been inspiring for me.
It was great. The first night that I went out, we saw 4 turtles. That was pretty amazing.
When I was younger, I used to see a lot of documentaries on various animals. Sea turtles were always my favorite. They always seemed like big and cumbersome and in need of being saved. I didn't actually see a turtle, but that's okay.
That the turtles are becoming extinct has been really a concern of mine, not just the turtles, but all the marine animals. And so to be able to do even a little bit to help the situation has been really exciting to me. To be able to see the turtles coming out of the sea, going back, laying their eggs, collecting them and putting them in the nursery, really an experience of a lifetime. And I'll probably never do it again, but I'll never forget this week in the Baja.
The staff said it's a charming experience to have volunteers around.
Es muy importante saber que existen personas que les interesan las tortugas marinas, aparte de los que estamos trabajando en esto.
And little by little, the work of the staff and volunteers is paying off. Back in 1975, locals claimed to have seen up to 50 turtles coming to this beach every night. In 1991, there were just about 20 the entire year. But the numbers have started to rise. In 2003, about 100 turtles came to lay their eggs here, and the following year, 20 more came to nest.
Rationally, you could realize all this is here and that the turtles exist, and you could watch it on TV and it will be very similar, but experiencing it and touching the animals is just not necessarily learning, but just the way it makes you feel, the way it makes you realize that you are so connected with nature and you really can help.
We're animals, and we're affected in the same ways that the other animals are affected. We're affected by unclean air and unclean water. It's not just about saving the water or the air for our own sake. It's about saving it for the sake of the other creatures that share the earth with us, and it's about taking care of them so that we can have them around for generations. I mean, I feel like every species that dies off is a species that was stolen from future generations, and that makes me furious, that those generations will never have a chance to know them, and that we're taking that away from them.
For the volunteers, their trip south to Mexico's Baja Peninsula ends with excitement and fulfillment for the work they completed, helping to save creatures that date back to the time of the dinosaurs. But there is sadness too.
My motivation is that one that got taken by the poachers. That turtle that got taken by the poachers is my motivation to keep going. And I never saw her, but she'll haunt me forever. And so I'll keep coming back and I'll keep doing what I'm gonna do to protect them.
Thanks to the dedication of conservation groups like Asupmatoma, the Oliver Ridley sea turtle population in Mexico has reached its highest numbers in 20 years. With the sea turtles back out in their ocean home and the eggs safe in the sanctuary, these volunteers are heading home too, knowing they've helped preserve the next generation of sea turtles and with a motivation to fight for animals with the law.
Gracias por acompañarnos un rato.
Estaba muy bien.
Gracias por ayudarnos con el inglés y la pronunciación. ¿Cómo se pronuncia?
Un beso nos dimos y en el beso unimos tu amor y mi al despertar.
Muchas gracias.
Un beso nos dimos y en el beso unimos tu amor y mi amor. El arno arrullo pensando en nuestro amor al despertar de aquella ilusión. Un beso nos dimos y en el beso unimos tu amor y mi amor.